Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, or sorry, wait, is it today's Tuesday? I think today's Wednesday, October 26th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we can get started shortly. I totally forgot what day it was today. Wednesday. So we're middle of the week. It's got a couple more things to update over here, and then we'll be ready to go shortly. Yeah, this week's kind of been all over the place. Monday wasn't too crazy. Yesterday was all right. I mean, for the most part, it's been all right. Hasn't been too bad. It's just been pretty back and forth. So let me just finish setting this up real quick, and then we'll analyze the chart for today. All right, so it looks like we're good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. So let me save this real quick. Send this out to you guys, and we will get started shortly. Looks like a couple of you guys took some pre-market trades, which is cool. Yeah, other than that, let's get this going. All right, so we're now live. Get this link sent out to you guys over here as well. Looks good. I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in. As people join into the room, I'm going to go ahead and mark up a couple things here. So I'm going to mark up the SR zones real quick. So got one up here, one down here, one right there, one right there, and one down here. All right, so I've marked up the SR zones right here. And I think that should be about it for now. Yeah, so I think that's about it for right now. Let's see who's here so far. Morning, Peter. Morning, Maria. Morning, Stern. Morning, Patrick. Morning, Kenny. Morning, everybody. So today is Wednesday, October 26th. It's 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. So as we get started, I've marked up these zones over here. Next thing I'm going to mark up is the overall buy. So retail sentiment right now is currently 63% short. So it looks like we might be looking for buys today. Fundamentals are currently down 59 points. So check that again real quick. 63.59. So 63% short. This indicates that 63% retail traders are currently selling right now. So we typically want to do the opposite and buy, right? Fundamentals are currently down 59 points. So it's not down too heavy. Going over here on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame over here. Overall bias is still bullish. 1-hour trend. Price is still bullish. 30-minute, still bullish. 15-minute, pretty neutral right now. So, I mean, price can really go either way. Long-term bias is still bullish. Short-term bias is kind of bearish, but it's neutral bearish. 1-minute time frame is neutral as well. So, I mean, we'll see where price goes. But as you guys can see right here, our retail sentiment is currently 63% short. So we typically want to buy long-term. Fundamentals are currently down 59 points or less than 100, so they're not very strong yet. 4-hour trend, 1-hour trend is bullish. 30 minutes also bullish, 15 minutes neutral, and then 10-minute is bearish. So with that said, I mean, price can really go either way, short-term wise. Long-term wise, I think price will make its way back up. But we'll see what happens when the market opens shortly. They are releasing Earnings today again. All this week, there's a lot of earnings being released. So when earnings get released, we'll see how that pushes price around. But looking at pre-market, the Dow's currently down 69 points, S&P's down 29 points, Nasdaq's down 210 points, oil's up less than a point, and the 10-year bond is down 4%. So see what happens in the next couple of minutes or so when the market opens. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes, and we'll see if price goes up or if price stays down. Whichever direction price decides to go, doesn't matter. We'll improvise and look for entries in whichever direction price is going. I'm going to mark up structure over here so that you guys can see where price is actually moving right now. Price is kind of going sideways, it looks like. Yeah, looks like price is pretty much going sideways right now. There's not really too much going on in the market. Price is in a range right now. It's been in a range for a while. Right down here. So it's pretty much just going sideways for the moment. Not really too much going on. But it looks like price is attempting to make its way back up, right? So you can see price is trying to push its way up. Let me check if there's any news for today. I'll mark up opening price right there. News for today, we've got, let's see, Wednesday, October 26th. We had some pre-market news here. It was pretty neutral, 5:30 a.m. Mark that up over here. So 5:30 a.m. we had news right over here. 5:30 a.m. US news. Neutral. And I think we have some more news coming up too. So we got news over here at 7. And news at 7 and 7:30. All right, market is opening in about a minute, guys. So we'll see where price goes right here. As you can see, price is climbing its way back up. Overall bias is bullish, so it was expected. You can see it from the 4-hour. Retail sentiment, 4-hour, 1 hour, and 30-minute are all bullish. So no surprise that price is pushing up like this. It's going where it's supposed to go. Yeah, Maddie said might do some fake outs before dropping. I think price will do some fake outs before going up because it's still pretty bullish. I don't know, maybe price can come down. So, I mean, either way, whether price fakes out, either way, it's going to choose its direction. Yeah, Maddie says 1 hour and 4-hour look like it wants to fill the gap up top. Just filling up the imbalance in the market. Yeah, exactly. It's just going to bounce around this area until it, shoots up either direction. But yeah, the higher time frames are bullish, so I definitely see it going up as well. So, all right, guys, market is now open. So price is right at the session, so there wouldn't be a breakout here if you're looking to take one. I mean, if you guys want to take it, you guys are more than welcome to take it, but it's right at the session, which is the Asia high right there. And it's, obviously a red flag. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't take it, but if you guys want to take it, you guys are more than welcome. I'll go and mark it up right here if it does close. So if this closes as a strong green candle, and also this candle here is just way too big, but I'll mark it up. So it's going to cut through a couple sessions here. There's an Asia high right here. And then there's also the New York high where price is pushing up to. So if this closes with a strong green candle and a buy signal there, then this will probably continue pushing up. If not, then it's probably going to come back down. So this would technically be your breakout entry if you guys are looking to take the breakout. I'm not taking this trade here, as I mentioned. I'm not taking the breakout until there's a clear direction in price, right? There's no clear direction here. Long-term bias is bullish, but the short-term is neutral. So price can really bounce around before it makes its way up. I think eventually it'll go up, but I can't say for sure if this is going to be a clean entry. There's also a lot of red flags here. There is sessions right here that price broke through. That's one of the biggest red flags. And then again, up here, in order to get halfway through, there is another sessions right there too. So there's just a lot of red flags here for this breakout. If you guys are taking it, great. If not, if you are in it, I do recommend moving your stop loss and profit or even pulling out early. If not, I mean, we'll see where price goes from this point. But other than that, too many red flags right there. So I'm going to sit back and see where price goes for the next couple moments, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. So there goes the breakout. Looks like it's about to hit full TP. I'll put a alert up there to notify if and when it hits. but again, it's right at the sessions. So it's a bit of a risky area right there. It's literally at the sessions right there. And price is still climbing on its way up. Looks like it's about to blast through the profit target, and it did. So if you guys took it, great work. If not, it's okay. I didn't take it myself, so it's not going to count. These breakouts are really like, I mean, it's really hit or miss. Sometimes they'll like kind of bounce around. Sometimes they'll go straight through. For the past couple of days, they've been hitting. So, you know, as we're getting closer and closer into the deep fall, then, you know, it's starting to move a lot smoother. We already knew price was going to go up here because of long-term bias. You can see retail sentiment was short. 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute was all bullish. So price was going to correct up there at some point. So if you guys took the breakout, great. If not, there's just too many red flags here for me to take any of those entries there. As you guys can see, a lot of sessions. So, you know, you guys stay disciplined, and you can be following through these trades if you're going to be following the rules. So if you guys took it, great. If not, it's all right. So I'll just set this up over here just so that you guys can see in the chat. We're not counting this trade, but I'm just going to let you guys see here. So OTP on the US30 breakout today. And this is just because we're documenting it. So if price continues to push up, or if it continues to hit, you know, maybe we'll start applying it again, but I'm still not convinced that it's going to be moving smoothly just yet. Kenny over here took the breakout, full profit of 862. Took it twice right there. He took it on open, and then he took it halfway through. So it looks like he's waited until it broke past these sessions and then took a second entry. So great work right here, Kenny, with entering that breakout. So as you guys can see, even though I'm not taking the trade, some people here still take it, and it still works pretty solidly. It's up to your preference, because the thing is, I don't want to take a breakout and then be caught in this trade where my margins can be eaten up and I can't take any scalps if I see something good. So solid work right there, Kenny. Glad to see you took it. Rashida over here as well, currently at 460 for the day. Nice work, Rashida. Yeah, if you guys have profits post up, you know, feel free to post them up. Otherwise, we'll see where this goes. Sisu over here as well, currently took it up to 28,532 for the day. Nice work, Sisu. I think Maddie took something pre-market too. He took this over here for a buy, total profit of 654 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. Nice. Dejan said he got it. He's in class. He's gonna send in about 20 minutes. All right, Dejan, all good. But yeah, great work right there, guys. For whoever took the breakout, great work. Otherwise, let's get back into this analysis and see what we can find here next. So price is pretty far away from all of the zones. With that said, we're probably going to be looking for some high-low quick scalps along the way here. So we have a bullish momentum, looking for a low to establish. Once the low establishes, we're looking for the entry to follow it. So we'll see where price goes right here. The thing we got to be careful for is the sessions, because price is still right there at the sessions. As you can see right here from the markup that I made pre-market, you guys can see that price pretty much went up and knocked out all of liquidity right here. So price opened right here, shot up, blasted right through liquidity, and then just went straight through it. See, we got news over here at, I believe, 7 and 7:30. Let's mark up 8 o'clock over here as well. All right, solid. So let's see where this goes. So we need a low over here to get established so that we can take a high-low quick scalp. We don't have that yet. We'll see where this goes. Kenny said, man, I wish it was 8 grand. Yeah, no, if it was a bigger lot size, it would have been 8 grand on that. A couple more profits over here. Maria over here as well. She took a partial move off the breakout. Total profit of about 200 right there. Nice work, Maria. Solid, guys. Nice. Maddie called this over here, and it hit pretty solidly. So Maddie already had this marked up about 30 minutes ago. Finally went through, blasted right through it for the breakout. So great work, guys. Other than that, let's keep going. So there's nothing for us to take right now. Price is kind of just going around. I'm gonna go and update this real quick. So I'm going to take off this, update market structure right here. Price is a bit overextended. It's super high up. See, Maddie said looking for retracement and low to be established. Yeah, exactly. Seth said he took it for the first time in months. Wish he had held it. Yeah, no, definitely, Seth. So it looks like a lot of you guys here actually took a breakout. You guys made some pretty good profit off it. So I'm glad to see that. Glad to hear that. This just goes to show that all the strategies still work. Like a lot of these strategies that we don't really use anymore, they still work perfectly fine. It just depends on the market conditions, right? If the market's moving directional, if we know that the long-term bias, the breakout's probably going to go in that direction. It's just really determining, what fits your criteria. Like for me, I'm a conservative trader, so I'm not looking to take anything too risky right now until I'm really convinced that price is moving directional, because price was way down here. And there was no way we could really, and we could have anticipated this because we had bullish bias, but we couldn't really predict that, okay, this is going to spike up about, this is the opening candle right here, spiked up like almost 600 pips and then expected to push up another 1,000 pips, right? Because this is a pretty big push rate. You expect some sort of retracement. And it was also at the sessions over here. So just a lot of things to look out for and be careful for whenever you guys take these trades. And it's just up to your risk appetite. If you guys want to take this for a smaller position size, you can do that as well. It's just a lot of people get excitement from taking the breakouts, and you just got to make sure that you stay grounded and you don't, overdo it. So, all right, guys, nice work off that breakout. Let's continue on. If you're wondering what we're looking for at this moment, since we're looking for a high-low quick scalp, we have a bullish momentum signal right here. We're waiting for price to come down, establish a low. So basically the setup that we're looking for right here is we're looking for price to push up from this point, retrace, and continue up. When it continues up right here, we're looking for an entry somewhere down the middle when it establishes low and it pushes up higher. So that's pretty much what we're looking for right now. Until we get that, we're just going to wait, be patient. And eventually it'll come. So just gotta wait and see where this goes. Still no low here. See this right here. Spread's 190, so it's actually not too bad right now. See if there's anything else over here. Fundamentals are currently up 85 points now. Plus 85 points. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's check the 10-minute. 10-minute is now bullish. 15-minute is now bullish as well. So it looks like everything is bullish now. So we have a very strong bullish bias at the moment. All right, possible entry here. We got to make sure it doesn't close with a sell signal though. That's like one mistake I've been making a lot lately. I've been entering it and not waiting for the candle to close. I ended up getting in at a bad entry point. So we'll see if this closes here. I just can't have a sell signal. Just remember that. No sell signal. And also, yeah, for sure not taking this right here. This is definitely going to close as a sell signal. This thing just spiked down. Spiked like about 200 pips right here, straight down to the session. So definitely no entry off this candle right here. And here we go. So the retracement starts to play out. Yeah, so be careful with these entries here, guys. This is what I was talking about earlier about getting greedy, right? You can't get greedy. Once you hit your TP, you got to pull out, because if you didn't, you would have just given away a ton of profit right here, because this thing came down about 1,000 pips right there. So, the key to the game is really being disciplined and understanding your entry. So here goes, price starts to come back down. I don't think I'll be looking to take any high-low quick scalps for any sells here. The reason I'm not looking for that is because everything is so bullish. Retail sentiment 63% short. Fundamentals are up 85 points. 4-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, and 10-minute are all bullish. So there's just no reason for me to look for any sells here at all whatsoever. So looking for price to come right, right back up. So nothing at the moment. We don't have a buy signal, so we can't take any buys here. We need the buy signal to return. Yeah, Natasha said, yeah, Sean, that's what happened to me. Pre-market with a quick scalp, so she's in the hole. Yeah, no, exactly. You guys got to make sure you wait for it. So for example, this looked like a good entry, and then all of a sudden, the last 10 seconds, price spiked down. It was a sell signal, and there's no more low there. So just keep that in mind, guys. And you got to wait for the very, very, very last second. Make sure that it actually closes to confirm that, it's going to be the low candle. I made those mistakes yesterday. You guys saw I had two like partial entries, two partial profits. They did hit TP, but they weren't good entries. So we'll see. I didn't do any FOMO moves today or yesterday, thankfully. So we'll continue on. I mean, this week's been pretty good so far. Had one trade yesterday, one trade Monday, and it's been pretty good. So here goes. Price comes back down. As price continues to drop lower, I'll mark up the high-low quick scalps as we continue to move along. But obviously we're gonna have to be a bit careful with taking any of these types of entries here. Trend meter is still green, so we don't have any SR rejection scalps available here. Reason for that is because we have a sell signal, trend meter is green. In order for us to take buys here, because the trend meter is green, we need the buy signal to come up. So no SR rejection scalps at the moment. Yeah, exactly, Natasha. We'll get you out there. Just gotta be patient and catch the next one. So price is coming back down right here, guys. And as price comes down, we'll see if it corrects back down to opening price. Opening price is right here. So if price does come back down to opening price, then there's not really going to be much of a direction, right? Because this is the key price point. So if you're looking for where target price point is to get to, it's going to be the blue line right here, which is the opening price. If and when price gets to this point, price is no longer in a bullish direction, right? Because this is a bullish direction right here. Price pushed up, came back down, and it could possibly go up. However, if it doesn't go back up, comes back below here, then a different scenario can play out. This price will come below here, retrace, retest, and come down further like that. So let's see where this goes. No entries here. Trend meter is still green, so we're not looking for any sells here. 10-minute is still bullish, so we'll see. Yeah, Maddie said it's 63% short. Everybody trying to catch a top or sold on the way down. Might get a drop a bit more, then stop them out. Yeah, and I can see that too, Maddie. So with what Maddie's saying, he said, look at retail sentiment. If you guys can see here, retail sentiment is currently 63% short. It's been 63% short for a while now. You can see the number here starting to shift. It's going to 62. People have pulled out or they've gone stopped out. It was 63% short way down here. So it was already 63% short before market opened right here. So whoever held on to that pretty much went into some massive drawdown of about 1,000 pips. Now they're kind of giving them some hope, right? They pushed price back down, making think that price was going to come back down. However, at this time, I think they've already tricked them enough, and now they're ready to push price right back up. So it's all a mind game, guys. Like it's all trade psychology. You can use whatever strategy you guys like. It's just really using your own trade psychology to understand, the direction and where price is really going. Because you can look at the charts here, and you can think that price is going up, or you can think that price is going down, but realistically, where is price really going to go? The only reason we know price is going to go up eventually or recover is because of this right here, right? We look at long term, we look at short term. So we look at long term, middle term, and short term, 1 minute. We also look at retail sentiment, which is very long term. And then we look at the fundamentals over here. So we got a lot of stuff here lining up, telling us that price is going to go up. And we're just going to wait and see where it goes. There's just no reason for us to really force anything. It's just a matter of patience and waiting for that right trade to come. Like, yesterday we waited until like 7:50, right? We waited about over an hour to catch one trade, but that one trade was our winning trade for the day. No losses, straight wins, and solid. Right here, we have a possible entry for a SR rejection scalp, but we can't take this trade here because it's right at the session. So we have the wick rejection off the structure right here. We have a possible buy signal here closing. Trend meter is also green. This right here would be an entry for an SR rejection scalp. So full TP off that if anyone decided to take it. It was too close to the session, so I definitely was not looking to take it, but this was an SR rejection scalp, right? If you guys are not familiar with the SR rejection scalp, I do recommend that you guys go back and watch the most recent mentoring sessions because I do cover them in detail over there. But here are the requirements for it. Identify bottom wick rejection off the K2SR V2 zone right here. Confirm trading the direction of trend meters green. Confirm trading the direction of momentum, bullish momentum right there. And then you enter right over there. And that's where your TP would get hit. So if you guys caught that, great. If not, it was too close to the session, so it's fine. I wanted to take it, but it was just too close, so I couldn't take it right there. It just doesn't fit my criteria for red flags. Nice. Seth actually caught it, so nice work right there, Seth. Here he goes. Price starts to push around again. Nice. So Seth over here just posted his profits, currently up 7,770. Nice work, Seth. Looks like that last loss, well, there was an accident, so it's all good. But great profits right there for today. Here we go. As price pushes back up. This is fine. This is what we want to see here. We need price to push up higher. And this is the setup that we're looking for here. Price to push up, retrace, and continuation up higher. When this happens right here, this is where we are going to be taking our buy for the high-low quick scalp. So there we go. As price pushes up higher, it's perfectly fine. I want price to push up as high as it can. Retrace back, provide us our entry, and continue up higher. So great work, guys. I mean, you guys are doing pretty good so far this morning. Just trading based off my analysis here. I haven't taken any official trades yet because there's too many red flags, there's too many issues on the chart. But it's coming. It's just a matter of time until we can get that. We need price to get away from the sessions right here. This is the key thing. The sessions right here it's just straight manipulation. So you can see whenever price gets near the sessions right here, price just gets heavily manipulated. You can see from this point right here, price broke above, kind of faked out, came back up, faked out at this point, came down right here. Huge candles as price went back and forth to fake out, came back below here. So there's basically two fake outs. Price pushed up to the sessions right here, faked out up here, came back below, faked out down here, and pushed back above right here, and then fake out again right here. So 3 back-to-back fake outs. We just got to get away from these areas here. This area is not a good area to be trading in. So we need price to push up a bit higher. Another thing to keep in mind, we have news coming up at 7 o'clock. So looking over here at the Forex calendar, 7 o'clock, we've got new home sales. I'm expecting this to be low. So this is going to be negative news. If the negative news comes out, I'm pretty sure price is going to go up. Because whenever you have news here, it's going to do the opposite. We already know new home sales is going to be lower, or it should be lower. I don't know. We'll see. You guys saw how it was manipulated last month, right? Last month we had new home sales come out, and it said that there was more new home sales. But if you look deeper, it was because a lot of investment companies were buying houses for dirt cheap, right? Because they were buying out of cash. That's how the data can get skewed. You'll see data where it says the home sales are going up, but they're not necessarily sales for regular home buyers. They're like for flippers and investors and stuff. But I think I did see an article on CNBC the other day, someone saying that a lot of flippers are going to go under because you're not going to be able to resell the house unless you got it for like an extremely good deal. So we'll see where this news plays out, but it's going to come up in about 9 minutes. So just FYI. Here we go. As price comes back down. This is completely fine, guys. I mean, it's a back and forth movement. There's no clear direction here. As you guys can see on the clean chart over here, price is actually creating a new range. So you might not be able to see it on the markup chart over here because there's a lot of stuff going on. But over here on the clean chart, you can see that a new range is actually being established. So there is a range right there. So price just faked out, pushed up, faked out, came down, faked out, came back above right here. Now it's ranging sideways. So the best strategy for this is going to be the SR rejection, but there's no zones around this area, so there's nothing for us to really take. I mean, there's one zone right here, but it's right at the session, so we wouldn't be able to take this. However, the high-low quick scalps would be good here too, because the market is still moderately it's moderately trending. It's just not trending too heavy. So we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, there was a possible SR right there, but it was right at the sessions marina, so it'd be impossible for us to take it. Also, there was a sell signal that was pending right here, so that's why we couldn't take it as well. But yes, if there was no sell signal here, and if it was a moderate green candle, there could have been a possible SR at that point. So nothing yet right now. Trend meter is still green, so for the SRs, you're still looking for some buys, but in order for us to take it, you need to have a buy signal. So until we get a buy signal, no entry for us to really look at. It's gonna be a matter of waiting for this confirmation here. I think we'll probably have to wait until news happens. I think price will probably drop a bit, and when news happens over here at 7 o'clock, price is probably shoot right back up, because news is probably gonna be negative. I don't see there's anything else here. Let me check my FX book. So for my FX book over here, yeah, new home sales right here. And I think that's about it. The other news right here at 7 o'clock. And I think that's about it for today. All right, so here goes. Price pushes back up. We have no buy signal yet, so we'll wait and see where this plays out. 6:53 right now. 7 minutes till news. All right, just gotta wait for it. So the overall direction is still bullish. 10-minute is bullish. 15-minute is bullish. 30-minute is bullish, 1 hour is bullish, and the 4 hour is also bullish. Looking over here at the sentiment is currently at 62% short. So we're still looking at a lot of sellers in the market right now. I want to do the opposite and buy. Fundamentals are pretty much down the middle. I'm not going to check that yet. Check it a little later, because I'm pretty sure it's not above or below 100 points. So it's not relevant to us at the moment. All right, so we'll see where this goes. Now it's just back to the waiting game, guys. Just gotta wait for this to play out. Once it plays out, then we can ride this in either direction. So, all right, some more profits right here from Scotty. Nice work, Scotty. Scotty's currently up 1,940, basically 2,000 for the day, all wins and no losses. So great work right there, Scotty. All right, back to the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently up. We're down 9 points. So as you guys can see, it's not really pushing anywhere. So I'm not really going to focus on that yet until price really pushes, one way or the other. Looking over here at the indices market is kind of back and forth. The Dow is currently going back between green and red. S&P is down 26 points. NASDAQ's down almost 200 points. Russell 2000 is up 14 points, and the VIX is down 1 point. So not too much going on here, but I think price is going to push back up. Here goes. Price starts to make its way back up. We have the buy signal right here. However, we do have news coming up in about 5 minutes. So I probably prefer it to stay around the sessions right here, so that the news candle stays around this area here and it's not too low, getting in the way of any of our other entries. So just a matter of waiting for news to pass in the next 4 minutes. Now it's 6:56 right now. The news is going to come up in about 4 minutes. I'm anticipating it to be negative, but I'm expecting price to go up. So negative news, but price to go up. And you guys know how it is. It's been like that for the past, about a year now. We went from COVID to the Ukrainian war to now the recession. It's like back to back stuff going on in the world. And if you guys have been with me for a while, you guys have seen these patterns. Like it's the same thing almost every session, right? It just changes a little bit, but and monkeypox as well, like what Seth said. And it's crazy. The monkeypox stuff like fell off. I haven't heard about that stuff in a while. It was like big for like a couple months, and then now you don't even hear about it. Yes, that's that people didn't buy it. Dejan said, will any of the stuff going on with China's economy affect us? Yeah, of course. It'll definitely affect us because China is like one of the biggest countries that's like, I don't know if we'd say helping us, but it's, they do export, import a lot of stuff. And also they kind of do help us with a lot of our debt. So it's, it'll definitely affect us one way or another because they're like one of the leading economies too. I mean their economy's not great, but they're also one of the biggest economies too. So when stuff happens over there, it's going to affect us because then if they can't send us stuff, then it's going to affect us somehow. Like same with the Ukrainian war, right? The war is going on over there. It doesn't necessarily affect us directly, but it does affect like gas prices and stuff like that. I mean, gas prices were already bad, but now even worse. Yeah, exactly. Sisu said China provides the majority of everything Americans consume. Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, Sisu. That's why, like, even though it doesn't seem like we have close ties to China, we really do, financially and through goods. So, yeah, whatever's going on over there is going to affect us. Whatever's going on in Europe is going to affect us. Maybe not in Ukraine, but like stuff going on with Russia will obviously affect us, of course. Because they're a superpower as well. They have nuclear weapons. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next couple months or so. It's just tensions are rising up, and I don't know. We'll see if the U.S. has to get more involved, which I do expect them to eventually. All right, so prices kind of just bounce around this area. It's 6:58 right now. We have about 2 minutes till news. As I expected, the news is going to be negative, so I think price might come down a little bit. News might come up around somewhere down here, closer to the sessions and opening price. And then when news happens, it's going to come right back up. I mean, I don't really recommend anyone gamble off this move here, but that's just what I see happening. Because I'm expecting news to be negative, and I'm expecting price to do the opposite and push up. Right, Dejan said, because you're getting piped left to right. Natasha said, price looks like it's looks to be in a squeeze. Yeah, no, I can see that too. So yeah, Natasha, you are right. Because the high lows here are getting tighter and tighter, right? As the high lows get tighter and tighter, price starts to squeeze. So it is squeezing right here, and it's preparing for a breakout. That breakout that we're looking for is the news price. So news is coming up right here in about 20 seconds. And I'm expecting price to push back up. So we'll see if that'll be the case here. News candle about 5 seconds. And I'm anticipating news to be negative, price to do the opposite and go up. Oh, we'll see. All right, trading view is frozen. And then you see that gap up right there? So price actually gapped up from this point. Yeah, it shot up just like I said. So this is the news candle right here. Yeah, this thing's shooting up heavy. So this is 7 a.m. US news. And I'm going to just guess and say that it was negative. I'm going to guess. So let's go and check to see. This thing played out exactly how I said it would. It's just same repetition every time news events come out that regard the economy. So looking over here at new home sales, and surprisingly, it was positive. So I don't know what's going on here with this. I don't have the actual data. Let's see. So, I mean, I don't care what the actual number is. The number was higher, but the weird thing about this is that I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that happened last month, right? It's not, I don't think it's like actual home buyers. It's like investors buying residential properties and flipping them or remodeling them, stuff like that. But it played out exactly how we anticipated. So it did push up like that there. And I don't know if anyone gambled on that, but if you guys did, you guys probably made some pretty good profit off it. Shot about 1,000 pips. Let's see, Talanji said just passed another challenge off your analysis just now. Thanks, bro. See you tomorrow. Definitely, Talanji. So congrats to you, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Yeah, if you guys have passed your challenge and you don't have to take any more trades, I'll just call it off and come back tomorrow when you get your new account. So great work, Talanji, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. So glad to see a lot of you guys here passing your challenges. I know it's been a while because we haven't really been, I mean, people have been funded already or they've already passed. So we haven't seen new people come in like pass challenges. But lately, for the past couple of weeks, we've seen Maddie pass like 2 challenges. I think a couple other people pass some challenges too. And then again, today, Talanji passing 1 more challenge. So great work, guys. Let's keep it up and, keep going until the end of the year. It's already November, guys. So we have like about 2 months or less than 2 months because we have the holidays coming up. If you guys are really trying to drill down on this is your time to drill down and really get everything in, like soak up the information, master these strategies, and continue with your consistency. Because here's the thing, guys, if you guys aren't going to make it a lot of money this year, at least get better at what you're doing so that by next year, you're going to be ready to hit the ground running. The thing with trading is like, you can never really stop learning. Every day, the market's different. You adjust with the market, you start to adapt to like how the conditions are, and you just get better. So doesn't matter where you are in your trading career. If you're doing really good, if you're consistent, if you're doing the same thing I'm doing, locking in money every day with like these 1 or 2 trades, then great. If you're not there yet, you still got a long time to go. So just keep in mind, the market's not going anywhere. But the thing that you want to also keep in mind is that when we do go into a recession, at least you'll be able to make money in the markets. If you end up getting, worse comes to worse, you get laid off your job and stuff like that, you'll be able to just trade full time. And that's the thing about trading. It's like this isn't going to go anywhere. And we buy and sell, so you can pretty much make money in the market, whether market's good, market's bad, market's sideways. You have a strategy for each of those. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Maddie said he's not even focused on making money and it'll come. Yeah, just focus on consistency and discipline. That's really the key, guys. If you guys can just focus on locking a couple wins a day and not losing, your profits will add up. Even if you're in one account, like I feel like a lot of people feel discouraged because I have like multiple accounts. Like how many accounts do I have now? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 accounts, 1 personal, 2 FTMO, 3 MFF, 1 TFF. Even if you just had one of these locking in some decent profit, you'd be perfectly fine. So just, look at it from a long-term perspective, guys. I feel like a lot of people want to get rich overnight, but realistically, it's not realistic. Because the thing is, you can get lucky and pass your challenge in like 1 day, and then you can probably pass your verification the next day. But as soon as you get funded, if you're not consistent, you're going to blow the account like the very next day. And we've seen that happen to a lot of people. It's crazy. All right. So price is still up here. No zones around this area. Actually, there's 1 zone right here. So we got 1 zone right here. No sell signal, so no point of entry at that point. Price is still bouncing around this area. Trend meter's green, so you'd be looking for a buy. Trend is still pretty bullish. Let's take a look at the sentiment. Sentiment over here is currently 62%, hasn't changed at all. Fundamentals here are still down the middle. Actually, they're up 80 points now. All right, so we just gotta wait for price to provide us some sort of entry here, whether it be an SR rejection or whether it be a high-low quick scalp. We'll have to see where this goes. So price is pushing up right here. We need to push up above this zone over here in order for us to get a quick scalp, right? I mean, for SR rejection. So this right here would not qualify as the requirement for wick rejection off the structure because it is not wicking off the structure, it's below it. So this doesn't fit the criteria for an SR rejection entry. Nice. Seth said he caught a 5-minute high-low quick scalp, but it was within news. Nice. Yeah, no, solid work right there. Oh, so you caught this one right here, right? It was right at the sessions and at news, but it pushed up pretty nicely. So great work right there, Seth. All right, we'll see where price goes right here. Price is still bouncing around. This is fine if price comes down a little bit, because if it does, it'll provide us a possible low for a high-low quick scalp. So in order for us to take a SR rejection, we need price to be above here. In order for us to take a high-low quick scalp, we need to take it down here. Or not down here, but we're looking for, so depending on where the entry is at. So if the entry is up here, we could possibly catch a high SR rejection. If price is down here, then we might be able to catch a high-low quick scalp. There goes price pushes up. If price comes back and retrace, then we can possibly catch a SR rejection. Price needs to close above here. So basically push up, retrace, continuation. All right, we've got about 10 seconds left on this chart right here, on this candle. All right, price is above it now, so we might have a possibility of getting an SR rejection. So if this swings back up, possible entry right here, we just got to make sure that it is a moderate green candle, right? So it closes as a moderate green candle. It can't be too big of a candle either. So this is as high as it can go. Goes anywhere higher than this, definitely no entry. And this candle here is just too big. Yeah, it's way too big. So unfortunately, we can't take this right here because the stop loss will be too low. I mean, it won't be low enough. And if price does retrace off this right here, then we will be getting stopped out before I can hit TP. So unfortunately, no entry here. Price was down here like we were waiting for. Would have been a lot better, but now the wick on top is too big. So we can't be taking this trade here for an SR rejection. I'll follow it, but we're not going to take it. Wick on top is just too big. It's not a moderate green candle. So there goes. Price kind of bounces around. And this is exactly why you wouldn't want to take it, because if it does retrace back to the candle right here, it'll stop you out. So that's why we decided not to take a trade, because the candle is just too big. So good thing we skipped that right there. And that's the reason why we have that requirement, right? If the candle is too big, you can't take the trade. We also look for a moderate green candle. As you can see right here, the way to identify whether it's moderate or not, you just measure the wick on top. The wick up here is about 280 pips. If it's bigger than the body, then it's definitely too big. The body right here is only 180 pips. So would have skipped that right there. Possible entry again right here, but again, this candle is just too big. Same problem with this candle right here. It's just too big, so we can't take this here for an entry. Let's see, Medusa said 3-minute pivot scalp, full TP, was hoping that SR scalp would have given entry to it. Yeah, no, and I agree too, Medusa. Sometimes if you can align these entries with other strategies, then it'll give you a better confluence. But for this right here, again, candle is just way too big. This right here, you can see how the wick is way down here. Price can easily just come down, retrace to the bottom here, stop you out before you hit your TP. So it's not worth the risk. So just got to wait a little longer here. You know, I'm surprised we haven't had any lows yet for a high-low quick scalp. All right, so we just got to wait again, guys, a little longer here. Just got to be patient with it, wait for this to come through. So no entry here yet. I mean, a couple possible entries, but again, like I mentioned, the candle is just way too big. Here goes, price comes back down a little bit. So I'm fine with price coming down a little bit because it'll provide us opportunity for us to have a high-low quick scalp. Or maybe even a retest of the structure right here for a possible SR ejection scalp. There's only 2 strategies we can really use right now because, or actually, I don't know, we could use, we could also do the variations because the overall bias here is very strong for a buy. So, I mean, basically all 3 strategies are fine to be applied right now, or 4 strategies. Fundamentals are now up over 100 points. So they're up like about 130. So we have a very strong bullish trend here and a bullish direction. Retail sentiment 62% short. Fundamentals are up 130 points. 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and 10 minute are all bullish, including the 1 minute here. So, although I don't recommend just entering a buy for no reason, if you see some sort of buy entry here, then I would take it. So here goes. Price comes back down. So still nothing there. And just keep in mind, guys, I'm still using a pretty tight stop loss right now for my entries. I'm using a 200 pip stop loss because volatility is high, spread is pretty low, so I'm just keeping it tight. Let's check the 10-minute real quick. So nothing over here off the 10. 5-minute over here. No daily entry yet. There might be a counter trend entry for these. Oh, so here's a daily that Rashida was talking about. Yeah, I missed this myself, Rashida, but if you guys took it here, Rashida identified this as the daily entry on the 3-minute. I don't know if anyone caught it, but this is the first valid momentum signal. Actually, there was one right here, but this would have been a counter trend trade. So there's one right here at 642 that came up. It was a sell signal, but you would have taken the buy because it was counter trend. Overall bias is bullish for today, as you guys remembered. So instead of taking the sell here, after seeing the sell signal, you could have taken the buy, and this would have been the entry right here for the 3-minute. If anyone spotted it, it was actually down here, which also would have been a full TP. All right, so there's nothing here yet, guys. As you guys can see, the daily here is looking pretty good. You know, what I might do moving forward is if the overall bias is super strong for one direction, then, possibly I'll look on the 3-minute, 5-minute, maybe even the daily to take some sort of entry. But only if like the bias is like super strong. We got to make sure that it's actually like on point and not just a little bit. All right, price is still pushing up right here. I mean, price is obviously bullish. So price actually pushed up and knocked out all the liquidity again right here. So as you guys can see, we had the highs over here marked up. Price pretty much just went through it, pretty much blasted right through all the liquidity right there. Let me go over here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and mark this up as blue. So we can identify this as the 7 o'clock marker. Yeah, you guys can see right here that price is kind of iffy, right? It's still not moving super directional. You can see from like 6:30 when market open, price pushed up, came back down, blasted right through up on news, and now it's continuing on its way back up. So this is our overall direction bullish. But you can see that there wasn't any clear direction here. Price kind of pushed up, came back down super hard, and then shot right back up. Still no lows here. As we wait, see some more profits right here from Rashida. Let's see, Rashida said 2 high, low, quick scalps could have hit on these right here. Is this like right now, Rashida? Which you might be on different data, right? Because I don't see it on mine. This is on currency.com. It looks like you might be on a Wanda. Did they take a Wanda off here? Oh, it's still there. No, I don't see it on here. Black Bull. Yeah, it's weird. I don't see the is this the 1 minute, Rashida? Let's see. Here. Oh, you might be using a different one then, right? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you're using a different one. Yeah, you're using the swing point indicator on top of it. So possible entry right here, guys. If this here closes, gotta make sure there's no sell signal here. I saw the pending sell signal come up for a second. So just watch this real quick. You see it on here, possible entry, but gotta make sure there's no sell signal that comes up on it. That's the thing that I've been kind of screwing up on lately. I've been waiting for the candle to close. So 10 seconds here, and if the next candle closes with a wick, then possible entry there. Watching it right here. See, entry would have been right there. All right, price pushing up, full TP. So if you guys took it, great. Went straight to my full TP, locked in, and some slippage, but whatever. Locked in 910. Yeah, some slippage there. Everyone said slippage. It looks like a lot of you guys did get it. Some slippage there. It was weird because I was looking at my screen and it went past like 1,000. It was like 1,500. It closed me out, but then I had it locked me out at 910. So if you guys took the trade there, great. Thanks, my dude, for the heads up. That was a trade we were waiting for. Came up perfect, played out perfect. I know some of you guys were kind of worried because there was that pending sell signal. But since we've switched out, I don't know if you were here yesterday, Maddie, or if you were like listening the other days, but we switched that out. So we're not really using that anymore. We're just making sure that price is above or below the momentum signal. So this fourth requirement right here, Maddie, this replaces the pending signal requirement. Because the thing is, if you look at all the entries, Maddie, they almost always have a pending signal. So like it's impossible to take any trades, right? So what we did during the mentoring session is we just switched out the requirement. So instead of looking for that, we just want to make sure. So for example, if we have a buy right here, right? We want to make sure that this low right here is not below the momentum signal. Because if you see the sell signals here, like for example, this one right here, right? We got a sell signal and the high was right here, but it wasn't past momentum. And this one right here would have been a full TP too. So as long as the low is not below the buy signal and the highs aren't above the sell signal, then odds are it's going to keep continuing because that's how the pattern plays out, right? Momentum's right here, price pushes up, retrace, and continuation. That's what we're looking for. As long as this isn't like way down here, then perfect, just take it. So that is what we've been applying. So if you guys took it, great. I took it, solid profits on my accounts. A lot of slippage there, but I mean, whatever. It's there's nothing we can do about it. But thanks for this heads up right here too, Rashida. It's good to see that you guys are kind of experimenting and seeing like differences between how you can identify these entries. So as time progresses and we continue applying the strategy, we'll see if any other changes need to be made. But I think for the most part, it's solid for the most, like for now at least. Quick profit right there. Let me screenshot this real quick. So here are my profits on my account. Made 900 off my main, 710 off my copier, 160. I keep forgetting to change my lot size on my Henko trade account. $1.61 on my Henko trade. This should have been 161, but I haven't changed my lot size. 760 off my MFF and then 768 off my TFF. So profits were all right. Could have been better, but can't complain. All right, so there goes my profits right there. I don't really see anything else coming up right now, so I will take some more screenshots of my actual trade or my actual profits. And I'll continue looking at the chart. If you guys see anything, just say something, but I'm watching the chart too, so I don't see anything at the moment. Yeah, there's no zones there, so no SR rejections. It's good. MFFs. And then my random Hanko trade account. All right, so I've screenshotted all of my props over here real quick. So we got this right here. Main account, copier, TFF, MFF. All right, so I pretty much screenshot all my accounts. Here is my all right. So there goes my profit right there. So here's my main account. Hold up, guys, 1 second. Possible entry again right here. Just got to make sure there's no sell signal. Looks like it's probably going to close with the sell signal. So if it does, it's all good. If not, just got to watch for it right here. Thanks, Peter. I see the link that you just sent as well. So it looks like Biden is speaking today in about 10 minutes. So we'll have to watch out for that as well as we get closer to it. So we'll see right here if this here closes. About 10 seconds left on it. Just got to make sure it does not close with that sell signal. If it closes with the sell signal, or if the sell signal is present in the last like 10 seconds, which it is right here, I'm probably just going to skip this entry. Yeah, I'm going to skip it. Sell signal right there, no entry. So that's one thing that you guys want to keep an eye out for. If you guys are looking for the candle to close in the last 10 seconds of the candle, if it's still coming up, this pending momentum, you probably just want to skip it because it's probably going to close with it. I feel like the last 10 seconds of each candle on the 1 minute is like the most crucial time. Like you could not pay attention to it for like the whole candle, right? For the whole minute. Like for the first 50 seconds, don't even pay attention to it. The last 10 seconds, if that pending signal is there, odds are it's probably going to close with it, or it's going to close with it on the next candle. So you just skip it. So, you know, we're learning new things every day. I mean, the thing with the market, guys, is that you can never be 100% sure. The market conditions change, the candle patterns change. The thing with our strategies here is that our strategies are based off momentum. So as long as the market's moving, they're going to work. You know, it's not necessarily based off like how these candles close specifically, but we're basically identifying momentum. So when we have a buy signal here, that's how we're looking for buys. When you have a sell signal, you're looking for sells. But since the overall bias here is bullish, we're probably not going to look for any sells today. So here are my profits so far on my accounts. Here's my main account. You can see the green strip, obviously some slippage. I was supposed to lock in 1,000. It only gave me 910, which it is what it is. I'll take it. Here is my FTMO copier. A lot of slippage right here, actually. Locked in 710, should have been 1,000 here as well. Here's my TFF, locked in 800. Here is my MFF, locked in 760. MFF number 2, 760, and MFF number 3, 760 as well. And then my little personal account over here, Hanko Trade. I keep forgetting to change my lot size. This is supposed to be a 0.3. So this should have been like 180 profit, not $1.80. So it's all good. Yeah, we will continue on with this here. Just copy this over. Go. And one last thing. Right there. All right, so good profit so far, guys. Jonathan over here just sent me his profits. Nice. So he actually got a full TP off that one. The buy we took earlier. He took his on his Hanko Trade account as well, blocking 1,000 right here. So solid work right there, Jonathan. Catching that move. Dejan over here finally off his class, locking a total profit of 216 for the day, full TP. Nice work, Dejan. All right, so we got the buy signal back up over here. We got Biden speaking over here, or he's going to be speaking soon. Thanks for the heads up with that, Peter. I don't see him speaking yet, but he will be speaking soon. So President Biden delivers remarks on new actions to provide families with more breathing room. Yeah, whatever that's supposed to mean. We'll see what Biden has to say about that. But yeah, Seth said he'll be delivering his gibberish eventually when he finds the podium. Yeah, so in the next 10 minutes or so, Biden's going to be speaking. You want to be careful trading when Biden speaks, guys, because so what it says here is he's going to deliver remarks on new actions to provide families with more breathing room. So new actions is equal to new regulation, right? He's going to increase taxes on somebody. He's going to increase, I don't know, something. You know, not everybody can win at this. Like if he's going to make changes to regulation, someone's going to get hurt, right? If the, you know, certain people get help, other people are going to get hurt, right? There's no way they're going to pull money out of like thin air. They're going to tax somebody, or they're going to pull money from other programs and put it into some other stuff. There's always going to be a pro and con to like whatever, you know, Biden decides to do. So that's why you want to be careful in the market, because if he starts taxing certain types of sectors here, which are big in US30, then you might just see this dump down, right? Or vice versa. If something else happens, it'll, you know, push back up. So we'll see. Yeah, Rick said, please don't discourage my president. Peter said, money printer will work overtime. Yeah, so we'll see what happens and what he has to say. It's 7:30 right now, so if he comes, I don't know what time he'll come on, but he'll be on eventually. He was supposed to start, let's see, Peter sent that link at 7:19, and yeah, he should have been on already, but I mean, whatever, we'll see. We'll see when we see. We have news coming up right here at 7:30 as well, guys. 7:30 news is the crude oil inventories. So it's low impact, but it does affect the market. So we'll see. I have no prediction of like where it's going to go for crude oil. Not this time. Haven't really kept up to the news, oil news. So we'll see where this goes. This is the news channel right here, and we'll see where it takes us. If it takes us anywhere. It looks like, so if you guys can see the market here, it looks like volatility's died down a lot. I think a lot of people got noticed that Biden is going to be speaking soon, so people are just chilling out in the market. You can see kind of died out a bit. Price is pushing up a little heavy here, and then on these last couple candles, price just kind of died down pretty heavy. Yeah, these candles over here are pushing up like, you know, 400 pips. This one over here is like, you know, less than 100 pips. So we'll see. This is 7:30 US news. Let's see what it was. 7:30 news. Today was negative. All right, so negative news right there. Negative news, price pushed up a little bit. Now it's pushing back up. We're pushing back down. All right, so there goes the news candle right there. Sessions are way down here, so we're not going to have any SR rejection entries. I don't know if you guys saw what Seth put in the chat. He said, I can't even read that. He said that's a word that described America. Peter said Biden is finishing up his ice cream. Yeah, he probably is, right? He still isn't on. This is the thing that I hate about Biden. Like he's never on time. When Trump was president, or even Obama or anybody, whenever they said they had to speak at a certain time, they'd be on the podium like 10 minutes before, or like they'd be setting up. The thing with Biden is he's supposed to go on like 20 minutes ago or an hour ago, and this guy still hasn't found the podium. Uh, it's I forgot to click live there. Now I clicked live. I was wondering if that would change things, but he still isn't there. So we'll we'll wait for it. We'll just see where it goes. But I don't know where he's at whenever this guy decides to show up. Sentiment's still the same, 64% short. Looking at the fundamentals, you're up 170 points. We have a possible entry here for a high-low quick scalp, but there's a pending momentum there for a sell. So if it, again, like I mentioned, you guys got to wait for this to actually close. One thing that you guys got to keep in mind is that it's right next to news price as well. So you might want to be careful. We got about 10 seconds left. The pending signal is still there. So I'm probably going to skip this one right here, guys, because this one just might pop up at the last second. This is what's been screwing me over the past couple of days, entering kind of late. So yeah, I'm not going to take this trade. I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take it. So this is the entry right here. I'm not in the position, guys, just FYI. The reason why I didn't take it was because this candle over here had that pending signal like at the last 10 seconds. The thing I would be worried about is if it closed at the last second or two, right? And that's typically what happens. And this is the exact reason why I wouldn't take the entry. So I just want to show you guys an example there. The reason why we wait for the candle to actually close, because at the last couple seconds or so, this can easily just shift and close with the signal, and then you accidentally enter the entry over here, and then now you're in some drawdown. So not in that position right there. The only problem with the strategy, I would say, is that you can't really backtest it properly unless you're doing it real time. So I know a lot of people have been trying to backtest the strategy, but it's really difficult to backtest it unless you have unless you're looking at it as a candle is forming, because it's impossible to see that this one had a pending signal at the last 10 seconds unless you were actually watching with us here. And there was also news right here, just like Madhu said. So just a couple of red flags here, why you would avoid the trade. One of the main ones would be this candle here, because it closed with, or it almost closed with the sell signal. And then also because it was so close to news price right here. So with that said, that's why you would skip the trade. But if you were to take the trade, this is where the trade would be right now. Looks like it's about to hit TP if you were in it. Went into some pretty heavy drawdown right here. Almost hit stop loss. But here it goes as it blasts right up and possibly through the TP. But not one I'd be playing around with. So, all right, guys, let's see if Biden has started speaking yet. He still has not started. I mean, there's more people joining the room though. So like there was like 100 people watching earlier. Now there's like 300. And they turn off the comments. It's funny. They turn off the comments, but if the comments were on, you'd probably see a bunch of comments here. People like bashing Biden for taking forever. And I'm sure that's the reason why they turned them off. Because it doesn't do anything for them to turn it off, right? It's yeah, no, you'd probably see like a ton of trolls right here if the comments were on. All right, so we got nothing going on over here. Seth said he's not letting go of his pacifier. Patrick said live and Biden are oxymorons. Oh man, that's funny. DeJohn said they had to go. They had to because hangs his diaper. Seth said, how do you think I take these trades, LOL? I say that word and go for it. It's literally from his speech, listening to it daily for inspiration. Rick said this is triggering me. DeJohn said he's not beating the Sleepy Joe allegations. Said he's got a potty too. Yeah, all right, guys. So we're still waiting for Biden to speak here. He still isn't on. I mean, we'll see when he comes on, but for the most part, there's no entries for us to take here anyways. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Just a reminder, if you guys haven't been attending the mentoring sessions, it's probably a good time to start attending them now, guys, especially if you're not on page with everybody. I know we haven't officially released the strategy requirements for the high-low quick scalp. The reason for that is because I'm looking to revamp the course. So I'm going to be revamping the course over the next couple months. Basically, the course is going to be the same, but I'm going to pretty much push all that stuff to the back. And then from the beginning, it's going to be main focus on the 4 strategies that we're applying, which is the variation, the V1 continuation, the SR rejection scalp, and the high-low quick scalp, because that's all we're applying here on the live session. So if you guys have not been around, or if you guys are just coming back after taking a break, I know some of you guys take breaks sometimes. I don't recommend you guys ever do that, because once you guys take a break, it's like starting back at ground one, right? You think that you're going to pick right back up and you're going to be right back at it, but realistically, you're starting over, because you're going to forget how the market moves. Market might be moving different. You're going to think it's totally different than how it was when you started. So if you continue to trade every day, or every couple of days at least, you'll keep your mind fresh with like how the market moves. If you take a break, everything's gonna be brand new to you. So main strategies apply during the live sessions. And I'm just gonna save this note because I keep putting it up here. So first, heavy trending market conditions. We apply the variation V1 plus V1 continuation. Ranging market, ranging consolidating conditions. Be the SR rejection scalp. And the next one's going to be moderate trending market conditions. And for this one's going to be the high-low quick scalp. So if you guys haven't been attending the mentoring sessions, I mean, we've been covering this like every session. We're going to deep dives on these with examples, any confusion, anything that we need to change. And this is all that you guys really need, because this applies for pretty much all types of conditions, right? When the market's trending heavy, then you can apply the variation and the V1 continuation. When the market's ranging, you'll apply the SR rejection scalp. When the market's moderately trending, you'll apply the high-low quick scalp. So the thing with this high-low quick scalp is this actually works in like almost all conditions, unless the market has been ranging for like an hour, right? If the market's been ranging for like 30 minutes to an hour, then you'd only apply this one right here. And there should be zones, placed around the area for this specific entry. But most of the time, you're going to run into these types of conditions. Like, it's usually going to be this most of the time. So that's why we're always looking for these types of entries. Sometimes it'll be ranging, but typically it'll move out of the way, because we do trade during New York session where the market's actually moving. And then we'll get this every once in a while when the market's moving super heavy. So for the most part, this is all that you guys need to know. We deep dive into these every Monday for the mentoring session. So if you guys haven't been attending, probably a good time to start attending. Let's see. Patrick said pending high-low scalp. Yeah, possible high-low scalp here, but it's at news price. So I personally wouldn't take it. Pat, well, I'll follow it with you, but I'm not going to take it because it's right at the news price right there. Yeah, exactly. You're on point. So Patrick said pending high-low scalp, but touching news. So that's going to be one of the red flags for me there, where I wouldn't want to take the trade. I'll follow it though. If it closes, I'll follow it with you, and we'll see where it goes. But I'm not going to take it on my own live accounts. It's just too risky. Yeah, Jonathan said, glad I'm practicing these strategies on demo. It's really helping with his confidence. Yeah, and I agree with you too, Jonathan. It doesn't matter if you guys are on a demo account, live account, challenge, verification, whatever. As long as you guys are practicing, that's really key to help with your confidence and trade psychology. Madhu's asking, would the 3-minute quick scalp have just hit? Let me see. So looking at this right here, I don't know what the TP stop loss would be. I'm assuming it'd probably be like, I don't know, 20, 30 or something like that. But yeah, if you were to take it off this candle right here, Madhu, it looks like it probably would hit your TP already. I don't know what your TP stop loss would be. Maybe it'd be 15 30. I mean, I don't know, honestly, because I haven't applied it on the 3-minute. But depending on where your GP was, it looks like it probably would have hit by now, because this candle would have came up. This right here would have retraced down a little bit. You would have had that entry at some point, or you probably would have entered it even lower. I mean, you know, depending on where you saw the wick. I just put it right here because this is like the middle point, but it looks like it probably would have hit depending on where your TP stop loss would be. I mean, if it was 20, depending on where your entry would have came in from, whether it be lower, higher, etc. Right there, it looks like it's about to blast through it again. So yeah, again, guys, if you guys want to continue practicing this on like higher time frames, you guys are more than welcome. I only applied on the 1 minute, so this is the only time frame I can really give you guys, you know, my insight on, because this is where I actually apply it. But if you guys want to test it on a 3-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute, whatever time frame, you guys are more than welcome. It should work. I mean, these strategies are based off momentum. So as long as the market's moving, you guys should have no problem applying this strategy. But from my experience, this is all I've tested it on. So this is all I can tell you. Like, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you, okay, it works on everything. Like a lot of people do, right? A lot of people, it's crazy. When they create a strategy, they tell you that it works on like everything, but realistically, it doesn't work on everything because not all assets move the same. Like, you probably can't apply this strategy on something like XRP, right? Because this thing doesn't move the same. Or you can't apply it on Bitcoin, or you can't apply it on like, I don't know, something that moves slow. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I'll give you guys advice, and I'll show you guys what I do it on, but I'm not going to tell you that it works on everything unless like I know for sure it does. Let's see. iPhone said, Sean, I'm done for the day. I'm up 15K in profits. Lost my accounts because of my greed. Thanks for having a blessed day. Definitely iPhone. We'll see you here tomorrow. It's all good. I mean, if you guys lose accounts, make accounts, pass accounts, get funded, the thing that you guys got to keep in mind is that you guys got to keep yourself grounded. I see a lot of people get funded in like a couple days, and then they think they're on top of the world, right? That they could never lose, and then they blow the account the next day. You just got to keep yourself, you know, you got to stay humble about it. Like, even if you pass your challenge within 1 day, just remember that you can lose that challenge, or you could lose that account the next day. So stay disciplined, stay consistent, and you guys should be fine. All right, Dejan. Exactly. Yeah, Dejan said the Forex gurus on Instagram. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like, whenever I'm on Instagram and I see like, you know, those advertisements of like people saying that they have a robot or something. Like, there was someone in the group that told me, you know, I'm not going to tell you who, but they were buying like a bot or some type of AI. And yeah, like what Peter said, it has a 99% win rate, right? Guaranteed. And then recently, I don't know what happened to the bot, but the bot blew everybody's accounts. So now people are going crazy because they're like, what the hell? And they want their money back. But I think that company's like located in like South Africa or something. There's this one scammer. It's like, and you guys have probably seen him. And it's funny because like I always go on his page sometimes when he posts something just to read the comments. And there's so many people talking shit because they're like, bro, you're like the richest person in South Africa. Like, there's no way this could be true. And yeah, he's always posting pictures of like Lambos and like stuff. And then everyone kind of puts the pieces together. They're like, bro, how come every time you have a new picture, the other car is gone? It's because you rented it. So if you guys use logic, you guys will see things like that. You're not going to find a bot or an EA that really works like that. If someone had an EA like that worked that well, they wouldn't be sharing with everybody, right? The thing with my strategies here is that I'm sharing these strategies with you guys, but you guys still have to execute, right? There's always going to be times where you can make mistakes. You know, trust me, if I can make this into a bot, I would have made it a bot already. It's just a little complicated because we have some requirements here that have to be taken into consideration, like news price. I can't turn this into a bot because news is different every day. And it's just a little too complex to turn it into like an algorithm bot. We have like multiple indicators that we use here. It's not as easy as it sounds to turn this into something that's automatic. And it's something that would have to be edited and updated like almost every day. So yeah, no, exactly, Maddie. Like Steven. Is Steven in here? No, Steven isn't in here today. But man, Steven lost like all of his accounts. he was trying to try out this EA that they guaranteed him. They're like, bro, I'm gonna guarantee to pass your challenge and get you funded. And he lost like so many accounts off that. So I'm just waiting for. Well, Steven's gonna come back. I think he got like a normal 9 to 5 job. He's trying to work back his money to pay his bills and start trading again. Well, we'll probably see him here in a bit. Let's see. C6 at Goldman Sachs said buy. Oh, I know exactly right, C6. Yeah, no, the thing with a lot of these bots and stuff, guys, is that there's a lot of smart people out there that can reverse engineer them, right? Like there's like if you have a bot, it's not that difficult to figure out like what parameters they're using. The thing with a bot though is that you have to have someone that can actively make changes to it. Like for example, for this high-low quick scalp strategy, we switched out one of the requirements right here, right? So if I was to create a bot for this, I would just have to change the logic here. But if you're buying someone else's bot, you probably won't be able to make those changes yourself. Anyways, back to the charts, guys. I'm not going off track here. There just isn't anything for us to take. We have bullish momentum here, but we need a low to come up before we can take any entries at this point. It's 7:48 right now, so we have about 12 minutes until 8 o'clock. So I'm looking for this to come down, retrace, and then continue up higher. If we don't have anything come up until 8, then we're probably just going to call it a day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm still looking for entries here. So I know we're going off track and talking about like random stuff, but I'm still looking at the charts here. My main focus is still on the charts, looking for at least one more trade before we get off this live session. But if we don't find one, I'm not going to force it. We still have Thursday and Friday to trade. So there's no point in taking unnecessary risk to continue on. Let's see if I got anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, Natasha said she's waiting for me to start my own funding company. Yeah, I mean, I keep thinking about doing it, but it's a lot more work than it might seem. So we have a possible entry right here, guys. Sorry, guys, let me just look at this right here. Possible entry for a buy here is about 30 seconds left on this candle. There's no pending signal on it. We have a low right here. So we need to follow the next candle to see where it ends up. This candle also can't be too big. All right, we got about 15 seconds left on this candle right here. About 8 seconds. Got to wait for it to provide a wick on the next candle. And we'll see where this goes. So still no wick yet. This one's kind of iffy. I'm trying to think if I'm going to take it or not. Let me see if I can follow it over here. So I'm still not in the position yet, guys. I'm trying to analyze it to see if this is one that I want to take. If I do, I might take this a little later. So let's see if I can maybe get a late entry on this. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm just watching it. See if I want to enter right here. So I'll enter from this point right here. I'll see if it pushes up higher. So my entry came up. I gotta do over here to set this so that I can know when it hits. So it's in profit right now, about like 680. Let's see where it's at right now as it pushes around. The volatility on this is super high. And bounce around a lot. So See, I'm watching on my chart because I'm trying to see the spread right now is at 160. Spread's not bad. But the volatility is just like dead. Let me check if Biden is speaking right now or something. Damn, he still isn't on yet? Thought he was supposed to be on like an hour ago. So he's still not on right now. Just trying to wonder why the market's kind of dead right now. Let's see what this trade that. Still has a pending signal on this here. I don't really like how this candle is moving. I mean, this whole trade is kind of like all over the place. Still in it. Still in it. If this hits my stop loss, it's fine. Yeah, I hit my stop loss. It's all good. So I have my stop loss right here at 200 pips. I keep it pretty tight. So today, unfortunately, I took a loss on that. It's all good. It happens. So it was weird how this candle here was moving because, I mean, I already knew when this candle here came up, it was kind of like a pause and it didn't really push up or down. And then it ended up kind of going upside down right here as it started to drop lower. But it's all good. I had my stop loss pretty tight. So I lost about like 1,800. So it's not too much. I mean, I'm in the red today now, but it's all good. I'll just eat that loss there. So unfortunately, stop loss on this trade here, which happens. You just got to move on to the next one. I was like thinking about this on the following candle, and I was like, I didn't want to take it initially. And then I ended up hopping in when it came up here because I thought I was going to shoot up, but it didn't. It was close to my TP though. So I was watching it on my chart. I was up like 800. I should have just pulled out manually, but I ended up holding on to it because I thought it was just going to spike up, blast right through my TP, and then it came down, hit my stop loss, which is all good. Yeah, even if my stop loss was lower, I still would have gone stopped out, but it's cool. I probably should have sat it out because we were still waiting for Biden to speak, and that probably had an effect on the market, but it is what it is. So I'm going to put this up here, show you guys this high-low quick scalp on live. Should have sat out due to upcoming speech. I totally forgot Biden was speaking right now. I should have just sat it out, but it's all good. And it looks like it's going to come right back up and hit TP. So it is what it is. But let me check where Biden's at. Man, this guy still hasn't spoken yet. He was supposed to speak about 35 minutes ago. And he still has not spoken. But it's all good. So let me take a screenshot of my profits right here. So unfortunately, I have some L's right now for the day. Which happens. I'll just take a screenshot of my thing over here. It's easier. So I just want to be transparent with you guys to show you guys that I do have losses sometimes. It doesn't happen very often, but I do have losses sometimes. And here are my losses for the day so far. It's not too bad though. Oops, wrong one. So I mean, it's equal to like maybe one loss because I had one win. I'm using a 200 pip TP. So right here, I lost about like 900, 1,000 off my FTMO copier, 1,000 off my MFF, and then 1,000 off my TFF. So I'm kind of glad that I'm using a tighter stop loss because this could have been double that, right? If I was using a 300 pip stop loss, I would have had like double this. So let's put this over here. So losses happen, guys. Whenever you guys have a loss, just move on. Don't get too stuck up on it. Because I feel like that's what happens with a lot of people when they have a loss, they start to revenge trade, right? This is where you guys should probably cool off and wait. Like a normal person, I could probably see someone taking this loss here. And then as soon as price came down right here, they would have revenge traded into it and they would have made the loss back. But then they would just keep revenge trading for the rest of the day. And I'm sure that's probably happened to a lot of you guys where you eat a loss like this and you're like, damn, this thing would have like actually hit TP. And then you end up entering like somewhere up here, right? If you see price coming back up and you go in for a late entry to pretty much cover that loss. And then once you cover the loss right there, you have one win and then price ends up going the other way. You revenge trade again, you lose like more than double that. So just keep that in mind. See, 7:56 right now. I don't know if we're going to get another entry from now until the 8 o'clock mark because we've only got 4 minutes and we have a sell signal right here. So in order for us to take another entry for a buy, we need to have a bullish momentum signal and then we need another low. I don't think we have enough time between now and 8 o'clock for that to come up. So let me see if there's anything else here that I am missing. Yeah, I know I should have skipped that. I saw your message right there. It's too sad on that next one. Let's see. Jonathan said he pulled a Rashida and started talking to her laptop. Let's see. Patrick said high lows are pretty spread out. Maybe a good time for a pivot scalp. I mean, possibly. I mean, yeah, the market is trending pretty heavily right here, or I mean, it was. So possible decent entry for a pivot scalp. The only problem here is that Biden is speaking, right? So you want to be careful with like taking any trades here. That should have been the main red flag for me for like not taking any more trades because I should have known that Biden over here was. I mean, we already know he was going to speak, but he didn't start speaking yet. I mean, he still isn't speaking yet at the moment. I don't know if anyone has any other links, but I don't see Biden speaking yet. He's about 42 minutes late to his stream. But it is getting closer to 8 o'clock over here. See some profits over here. So let's see. Patrick said Sean was right. Last trade had me sweating. So Patrick over here actually made profit on it. It looks like he got in at a better entry point and he locked in profits off that. So nice work right there, Patrick. Yeah, it just depends on where you guys made your entry point from. Because if you guys look over here from the entry, it actually would have hit TP if you entered later. So like, for example, I entered right here kind of late. So this was my bad. If I entered on time, like down here, I would have made some profit, right? I would have hit my TP. The only problem is I entered like maybe 10, 20 pips late, and then it didn't reach my TP. It kind of it got close to TP, and then it came right back down. So unfortunately, that was my greed that kind of took control there. Patrick over here locked in another one. Total profit of 5,499 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. Some more profits right here from Seth. So Seth's currently up 11,390. Nice work, Seth. Scotty over here as well, currently at 3,235. Nice work, Scotty. And then we got Rashida over here, currently up 661. Nice work, Rashida. Dijon over here took a small loss off that, total profit of 209 for the day. Nice work, Dijon. Yeah, so you guys did pretty good. For me, I didn't do as great because, obviously I only took one trade and then I ate that loss on this next one, which we should have definitely sat out, but it's all good. It all comes with the back and forth of this game here. Some more profits over from Patricia. You said done for the day, Biden speaking. Total profit of 4,048 for the day. Nice work, Patricia. Yeah, no, I should have listened to you guys. What time did that entry come up? Yeah, the entry right here came up at like 7:50, and it looks like a lot of you guys already decided to call it a day because Biden was starting to speak, but it's all good. We'll bounce back from it. Let's see, thanks, Kenny. Kenny actually gave us another link here. So Biden is, did he speak already, guys, or is he still not on there? Oh man. So Biden is supposed to speak like an hour ago. He's 45 minutes late. You can see here it started streaming 45 minutes ago. But yeah, since Biden is going to start speaking, you should probably just hold off on the market. The market will probably start moving a little weird because a lot of people are going to hold off on taking any trades, and it's just going to be a sideways move from now until he's done talking. Unless he says something that spikes price, one way or the other. So it's 8:01 right now, guys. I think that's about it for me today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your messages in the Telegram, or you guys can email me at sean@kodikaitrades.com. Otherwise, I think this is about it for this session. So if you guys made profits today, great. If you guys ate a loss with me today, that's fine too. We're going to bounce back tomorrow. Overall, today's still, it's still a good week overall. So we had one win on Monday, one win on Tuesday, one win today, one loss today. So we have about 3 wins and 1 loss. I'm still positive for the week because I have that win from yesterday and the day before. So I'm still doing fine. Overall for this week, I'm still in profit. We just got to make sure we don't have any more losses from now until the end of the week. That's going to be the key thing, which shouldn't be a problem. I just got to make sure not to make any stupid mistakes like I did today, taking a trade around the time that Biden was supposed to speak. The candle started moving kind of weird there. That should have been my hint because I already thought about not taking it, but I still took it anyways. But it's all good. We learn and we move on with it. So other than that, I think that's about it, guys. If you guys have anything else, oops, I'll take a look at that. Let's see, so Becky sent me this Telegram over here. Yeah, I'll take a look at this right after, Becky. And yeah, price did push right back up. So like the trade here that we lost, it actually came back up and hit TP. Right. So it came down for a little bit right here. Looks like it like slightly hit stop loss, but then it came right back up and blasted right through the TP. So, go figure. Anyways, I'm not going to be stuck on this right here. I'm just going to let it be. And we're going to move on to the oh, nice. So Scotty actually held this entry right here, the entry that we took the loss on. Well, I ate the loss on actually. Scotty held on to it and it came right back up. So he made his profit on that. So nice work, guys. If you guys, Scotty actually just posted it here. He held on to that loss that that I ate, and he actually made profit on it. So this just shows you that like we were trading in the proper direction. The only problem here was that market was kind of getting screwed around with because Biden was about to speak. So it is what it is. It's going to happen. Price get manipulated. It just depends on like how you handle it. So nice work right here. Scotty, you're currently up about 5,000 for the day. So not bad at all. But other than that, guys, we're going to wrap it up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. If you guys are brand new here and you guys want access to the indicators to apply, these strategies on your own, feel free to check out the website. I don't know, Tom, my Safari here is kind of frozen. So other than that, guys, I think we'll wrap this up. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys here tomorrow for the next live session. So see you guys then, and have